Well, Bill Burr is amazing too.
What man?
I've known Bill forever.
Okay, he's angry,
but he isn't.
Okay, but here's what I'm going to tell you. I love him. What makes him so damn good, dude? I just laugh.
Yeah.
What is it?
It's just this dance that, like, you find the rhythm. You know, I'm always very, like, people, that's what I get a lot, right? It's like, you don't act like a comedian. Like, I thought you'd be, like, you know, trying to be funny. And I don't think most comedians are like, Bert Kreischer is like that. You know, that's his thing, and he's amazing, and no one does it better than him.
Rips off the T-shirt on stage, a big gut and all that.
Right.
Drinks his life away.
I'm observational. I'm the guy I'm in a group, and I'm, like, listening and watching, and it's not because I'm disengaged or I don't want to be there. It's just that's my style. I'm a listener, right?
You're I bought my house here.
And Bill is prolific. He can just crank stuff out. He has an eye for his style. That's when I kind of hit the next gear, is when I figured out what my style was. You know, I went through a phase where I was trying to be edgy, trying to be shocking.
Trying to be someone else.
Silly, do voices, you know. And I've got this thing that people come up to me after a show and they're like, man, it's like you're just talking. It's like you're just a dude on my couch hanging out. That's what I want. I don't want people to be in the room thinking they're at a comedy show. I want them to be in there thinking that we're all just hanging out, telling stories.
I watched a couple of your clips before we came on today, and I was like, the art, it's timing.
That's my favorite thing.
The art of your pause, dude.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. That's what I want to hear.
Yep. And I only watched 2. I was like, this dude's got it.
Because my biggest influences were, you know, when it comes to that, people call it a device or whatever, but, you know, Wendy Liebman, the Smothers Brothers, Ron White, their timing. They know exactly when to deliver the next line. They know exactly how long to let silence go. When I told that Jessica Simpson story at my Comedy Central special, it was the first time my manager had ever heard it. And he goes, they were eating out of your hand. He was like, you could have heard a pin drop. And I think part of that has to be, you have to be comfortable with silence, which I love silence, because silence to me at a comedy show means I've got them. If they're talking and chatting with each other or heckling, I've lost them. That's the wrong kind of silence. If it's super quiet and they're waiting on my next word, I know that I can take that audience wherever I want. And that's like a feeling that you, like, it's just like it's like Zen. You know what I mean? Like you're just on this other plane of like, I can do whatever I want right now.
I saw the smile inside of you on those pauses. I was like, oh, he's smiling.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you were just like deadpan, dude. You're just like waiting. And I was like, oh, he's smiling.
But that's my style. I mean, that's me, I think, off stage, too. Is like I'm like under my breath, like, this is what I would say.
Mm-hmm. And then when do you hit him with it? Yeah, with Burr, he's just got these rants, man.
He's so good. I mean, there's no one better.
Is that really your – so what I feel in my sense, like, man, that guy's awesome.
Yes.
Because he's mean, too, at times. He's really mean.
But his brain is – it's like –
it's firing like this, man.
And this has been his passion, like, right? Like, this has been – he has put in more work than anyone else.
And it's evident.
So his brain is like – his comedy brain is the guy at the gym, right? Who is just, like, jacked, right?
Is he like this when you're hanging out with him?
He can be. Oh yeah, for sure. His voice makes me like, that's the other thing, right? Like, is like, so Bill, again, we're dipping back into a Star Wars tangent, but Bill had some appearances on the Mandalorian show. Okay. And I'm part of a giant group of collectors of autographs for Star Wars. So our group arranges private signings with Harrison Ford and people like that to get photos and other things signed. And so a lot of people do these cast pieces where they'll take a poster from one of the movies and they'll try to get every person that they can from the cast. So they're doing that with The Mandalorian. And of course they want Bill Burr on there. So if I'm the call that they make to go, hey, can you get us a signing with Bill Burr? So I've run into him up at Chappelle's farm.
In Yellow Springs or wherever.
Yeah. It was him and Brian Regan were doing a show, and Dave was hosting, and I was there that night. It was incredible. I mean, those are 3 of my 4 Mount Rushmore of comedians. And so I'm talking to him about it after the show. He's like, yeah, let me know. Maybe we'll do it. We find a day or whatever. And so I don't think about it for a while. And then out of the blue, I'm in Arizona. I'm on my way to the comedy club, and his number shows up on my phone, Bill Burr. And I'm like, hey, man, what's up? And the first thing out of his mouth, so, like, am I going to be, like, signing lightsabers or something? Like, and it's like a bit. Like, it's him just talking to me for no one else, but it sounds like stand-up comedy material. And I'm, like, cracking up laughing at him, like, literally just asking, like, logistics questions about how a private signing would go. He's just that good.